Well, Smiles from Black Film TV. It's my first time talking to you guys. Want to say first off, congrats to her for your obviously Oscar and Grammy wins. Congrats to Peter. It's been a minute, but you won an Oscar not that long ago. And Chris, is nice to meet you. So obviously,
I'm gonna win an Oscar someday, right? Right? I don't know. It feels like I should.
Come on.
So her, you get this assignment to do a song regarding citizenship. Is that something easy for you to do as far as thinking of your head, put the song, and then Peter comes in and throws in his work, and then Chris comes in and puts it all together?
It was a challenge to begin with. Just the thought of it, I think, was a challenge. Like, okay, how do I make this like cool and, make it like a song that I would do? But then being in the studio, it turned out to be more fun than anything. And it's a challenge that I wanted to take on. So I think it was just the process, I think was so fun and easy.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Peter? You come in, you get the song, and you have to add in your skills to it.
You know what? I could say the exact same thing as her. I mean, I was hemming and hawing a lot whether I was going to get involved just because of schedule, and I finally said yes, and I said, okay, let's see how this goes, because man, I'm going to have to really pack it in. But once I heard that song and the story, the character, just so much of it, the vibe, it's got this nice chill vibe that kind of dictated kind of the flowing kind of energy of what we did. So it really was fun and easy because all the pieces just kind of came together. And I was working with a great team at a company called Buck. I believed in the message, believed in the song, believed in Chris Nee, and boom. So it was great.
Hey, Chris, putting it all together, not just this video, but the others, can you talk about shepherding this, this whole set?
Sure. I mean, look, for me, this was the only way I could sleep at night was feeling like during the day I was doing something that addressed the stuff that was distressing me so much in this world. And I feel like we're in a place where we have to remember what it is to be American again and find common language for us to figure out how to change the course of the way things are going and activate youth. And who could we ask to do that, better than the two of these people sitting here and the rest of the people involved in the project? We went to the best of the best and they said yes, maybe because the Obamas were involved. I'm going to guess that was a part of it. But
now her, my assumption is that you have to come with the mindset that you're talking to 10-year-olds when you're putting together these lyrics. Do you think about that? And did you and Peter talk before the product was handed off to Chris in terms of like, okay, this is the lyrics, and Chris, you're getting it, and you want to add, your skills that tailors her style? Does that work out together, or you just kind of trusted each other?
One thing I will say about art is most of the time, if you overthink it and you talk too much about it instead of doing, it turns out being forced. So the thing that I really loved about this was we kind of did our own thing. I did my thing and he did his thing. And it was really about like, okay, I get it. Just because we're both artists and with me, thinking about younger kids is like when you make a timeless song, when you make a song that is simple, but still effective and it's powerful and it feels good, then any age can digest it. Any age can appreciate it and love it. Little kids will be singing it and not realizing that they're taking in that message. And then older people will be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, she was able to make like these really educational lyrics sound cool and like make me want to sing along and sing about this like all day. And so, like I said, when it's not forced, when it just feels good, I think you get the better product.
Mm-hmm. And Peter, had you seen her songs to know exactly when you're putting together, her lyrics, it will kind of match her style, where her audience knows her from?
Well, that wasn't so much of a consideration for me as was just kind of like doing justice to the song itself. Because, I heard it was kind of a demo or an early mix of the song is what I first heard. And it was, it was all there. It changed a little bit going, after that, but the song was there and it was just like, whoa, okay. This was like, man, all my worries about trying to figure out what's the story going to be and what's the character going to be and what's the style going to be, all of that kind of evaporated when I listened to the song because there was so much story in it already. There was story, and there was a vibe. You know, those two things just dictated the style of the piece and the narrative, which, you know, I just said, well, H.E.R is already telling the story. Let's just do that story of a young woman who, you know, wants to make a difference and realizes she can start it with just by speaking up herself. You know,
and Chris, get
all of that.
I was gonna say, you know, each one of the songs is more like a reminder to us, because we've all been in our own bubble for a year. We've sort of forgot things, you know, of what to do. It's like, oh, we got to pay taxes. Oh, we got to learn about this. We got to learn about that, you know. So can you wrap it up all in one in terms of the songs and what each one means as we, you know, as kids and adults watch them?
Sure. Look, what I think is that songwriting is a superpower, and the ability to remind us of the basics of civics, which is not political. It is the middle of the road, the mechanics of how our governance works. And if you can demystify all of that stuff and remind ourselves that this is a working organism that's also changing, then I'm hoping that teens, 14 to 18-year-olds, right before they're about to vote, are going to be reminded, if they get involved, if they learn these basic lessons, if they go and vote and volunteer locally or federally, they can chart the course of our great country and bring it back.
Now, will this be released as an album, or just going to be watching them all on Netflix?
It's going to be on Netflix, and then all of the songs will be released. There will be Spotify playlists and all kinds of fantastic stuff coming out. Okay. July 4th, Independence Day.
4th of July. It's good talking to all of you. Have yourself a great day, and take care.
Thank you so much.
Take care, Wilson. Good to see you, man.